Hello team, welcome back to another video. So today's video is a topic that I have literally searched up on YouTube myself before, which is why I am making this video. Motivation is worth a chat. Hopefully this video can help anybody who's in a funk, who's looking for motivation, but just needs that extra little push and that extra little nudge. I thought we were going to chat about it today. I'm going to give you guys my top tips on how to get yourself out of a funk, how to get your motivation back, how to stay on track with it. First thing I just want to say, especially as I know a lot of my viewers are female. If you come across this video and you're watching this because you're lacking motivation, you are really in a funk and you'd really like to get out of it, what I want to tell you, first of all, is that you are a human being and no single person on this earth is so consistent, so completely static, so the same that they don't ever experience lack of motivation or get off track once in a while. What I really want you to recognize, no day is the same. It's completely normal for you to fall off track, to need that extra push to find that motivation again, and you will find it, trust me. The other thing that is worth noting as women is that we were blessed with all these beautiful, incredible hormones that do wonderful things for us, but unlike men, we are constantly changing. No day is the same. Every week of the month looks different. I'm no doctor, you know, I'm not here to talk to you guys about hormones, but we're not static human beings. Every single week is different. You know, one week you're gonna have an estrogen surge, you're gonna feel gorgeous, you're gonna have glowing skin, you're gonna be feeling yourself, you're gonna be ready to hit the gym, you're gonna be doing all these great things. You're gonna have a week where your testosterone spikes and you're go and you get shit done and you're so productive and you're so efficient, and then it's around the time you ovulate and then you get a massive crash and you feel a little bit depleted and you feel really tired, and then you get a massive surge of progesterone and you feel really bloated and you feel kind of PMSy and your mood is kind of all over the place, and then you're not feeling super optimal. Then your period comes and you get a total estrogen drop and you're super sluggish, you're super tired, you're really finding it hard to put on a normal pair of pants of that kind of sluggish, tired place. And then it all starts over again. I just want to give you some insight that as a woman, you're doing just fine. Easier said than done to wake up every single morning and have the same motivation that you had yesterday. And it's also really easy to fall into a guilt trap with yourself and think that just because you are having a hard time getting out to the gym today, that it's because you're lazy or because you are making excuses. Know that don't feel bad that 2 weeks ago you were flourishing and surging and doing all good things when you were having a total testosterone spike and getting things done. What I want you to know is cut yourself some slack, lay off the guilt, because guilt doesn't do anybody any justice. It puts you in a dark hole and it just makes you feel bad. Where we fall into that trap is the further and further you go into that guilt mindset, as well as your lack of changing your behavior. It's really easy to get into the cycle of the route that you're going and just going farther and farther into it, that it gets harder and harder to get out of that flow, that momentum of being stuck in that funk of not getting your body up and moving, not doing the things you used to do that made you super happy. So that's just a little preface I want to just start off with. You're human and you don't have to be perfect, and guilt's not going to get you anywhere, and your body's constantly changing and no day's the same, and good for you for watching this video to get yourself back together, because believe me, I've been there. We've all been there. I get it. And not to say that men don't experience this too. I'm sure they do. Just giving you guys a little bit of an insight from a female perspective. I'm familiar with the female side of things, and sometimes it can be hard when somebody can't see that as well. So I just want you to know you're doing just great. Okay, sister, let's get into the good stuff now. So how to get motivated, stay on track, and get out of this funk. First things first, what is your goal? What do you need to be motivated for? What is it that you're working towards? What is it that you're wanting to change? It doesn't have to be physical, but what's a behavior change or a new habit that you're wanting to implement in your life? And this is a whole other subject, goal setting, figuring out what your goals are, your values, etc. That's a whole other topic. I won't get into the nitty-gritties of that, but it's really good idea to write out your goals and what you would like to accomplish, what's most important to you. It can be even that process of writing out your goals is a totally motivating and inspiring process. So I really recommend to you guys to put it out on paper and just write down, what do you want? What are you aspiring to do? All that stuff, all that good stuff. So the second thing that can be helpful if you're looking to do more of a shorter term, more measurable goal would be to set a buy when. Big changes like this we know take time, we want them to be sustainable, we want it to be an enjoyable process, but they can be really helpful for obtaining what the process is going to look like. Okay, third thing is definitely going to be, and this is like one of my favorite things to do because I just feel like it really jazzes you up and gets you super excited. Get some clothes that you feel wicked confident in, you feel inspired when you put them on, you feel good, you feel comfortable. Maybe that's a new set of workout clothes, maybe it's not. And designate a spot in your closet where you can see them, where they're accessible. All the clothes that inspire you to get out there, get your body moving, get working is a really good idea. Maybe you like fold them all cute like Marie Kondo. I don't know. Maybe that looks like going on a Lululemon shopping spree, which I did do that. Finding some new gear that you feel super confident in, that's gonna make you wanna go out and crush those goals. Next thing is going to be, and this isn't for everybody, but it definitely works for me, is make a vision board, make an inspiration board. I'm a hot fan of Pinterest. I've made a board literally called Motivation that I put all of my pictures, quotes, colors, ideas, things that motivate me that I look at and I go, oh yeah, like this is what I want, the grand scheme of what I'd love to achieve. And it's just a really nice like visual thing for you to be able to look back at that. Maybe you go that you actually physically print it out and you like put it in your room, and it's just something for you to look back on and go, oh yeah, this is why I'm doing this. Every time I look at this, it motivates me, it excites me. Okay, what a really good thing to do that I find is like the most helpful for me is if I'm in a fump and I'm just can't quite grasp the motivation that I am after, or I'm having trouble making that change, is I need to assess what's not working. Where are we going wrong here? Like, am I not getting enough sleep? Am I not making the time in my day for my workouts? Am I overcommitting to things that suck up my energy? Am I making it a priority? A basic thing, like what's not working? Am I not prepping my meals in time? Is it the nutrition that I'm following through with? Is it, you know, look at your current situation and assess like what's not working and what needs to change, and if that were to be fixed, that solved the problem. Another thing to base off of like what isn't working is what do I need in order to be successful. Sometimes it can be the most basic of things, like sometimes what I need in order to be successful is, have I done my groceries? Have I actually planned out what meals I'm going to make this week? Do I even have enough meal prep containers? Have I been getting enough sleep? It's really important to like write down all the things that you need in order to be successful. An example of like what I wrote out: meals planned out before I grocery shop. So like having a plan, not going into the grocery store blind and being like, oh, what am I gonna make? This sounds good, because then that way you're gonna save money, you're gonna have a plan. Enough meal prep containers for sure. I've been in the situation where I've made all this food and I'm like, oh my god, I have nowhere to put it. That's one problem. Definitely enough sleep. Don't just push through to that extra episode of Schitt's Creek that you're watching that night because it's only 30 minutes. Really put your sleep into a priority because it's so important. Pre-booked workouts. What I like mentioned a lot in my how to make your own workout plan video is really take a look at your schedule, write out all the things you have to do that week, and then pre-plug in before the week starts where you're going to do your workouts, because then that is like the time that you've booked off. You know that that's when you're going to work out, and it's a non-negotiable. It's like something that you're going to do and you're going to get it done. And then it just becomes more like this is what you're doing in the day. It's not like, oh, I have to go to the gym now. It's like, oh, I get to go to the gym now. And you've made the time for it, and that's what's most important. The other thing that I will do is, if I'm like going to some classes or anything, is to tell my friends and like get them to come with me so that I'm like holding myself accountable. You're not just gonna bail on somebody if you've committed to telling them that you're going to a class as well. It's good to really just like assess what's going on and what's not working and what you need in order to make it work. Like I said, there's some days you're gonna feel totally motivated and some days that you're not. My best piece of advice to you guys is consistency. Easier said than done, obviously, but consistency is the key. It's what this whole thing is about. It's those times when you feel like you've fallen off track and then you go that path of like, oh, I've already screwed things up, might as well just XYZ. So you've created that passageway, then now that becomes an option. You're not gonna get anywhere by just continuing to blow off what you had planned. So it's really easy to divert and assume that you've screwed everything up. It's when you convince yourself that that's the truth that you run into trouble. It's a new day, wake up the next morning and keep going. There's going to be things that come up in life that throw a little bit of a curveball at you in your day, your relationships in your life, and like everything that could throw you off your rocker a little bit, but truthfully, it's just that consistency. And when you become so consistent that it becomes habitual in your life, then you've created a new lifestyle for yourself, and that's what's pretty freaking amazing. Reference back to the beginning and the why. Just kind of like set yourself up for success. That's what the whole thing's about. Set yourself up for success. Anyways, I hope that this helped in any way, shape, or form. If you liked the video, give her a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more videos. And yeah, happy January, you guys. I hope you stay motivated, and if you do fall off track, you're a human being, and just stay consistent. You have absolutely got this. I believe in you. And that's it. That's all. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I will see you in another video.